Hey everybody, this is Frillioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the Frillcraft server. As you can see behind me, I've ripped out my stairs. The stairs have gone. They were ugly anyway, but they've gone because I have to move them in front of the doors. But we won't be doing that today. So what I want to do today, to start with, is in the last episode we built a breeder, and it works. It's perfect. Of course, it's perfect because I built it. We've already got a baby farmer, and I want to put him to work in a wheat farm, and we're going to put the wheat farm in here. We're going to have a wheat farm here, then we're going to have a carrot or potato farm on the next level up, and then probably going to have a carrot or potato farm above that. Not sure yet which way round we're going to do it. It's probably going to be carrot first because I have a few carrots growing outside. I don't have any potatoes yet, but this is all going to get ripped out. It's going to get turned into the Frillcraft patented automatic villager wheat farm, and it's going to be brilliant. But before I do that, I've noticed that my chicken farm here has started giving me raw chicken, which basically means they're cramming, and because they're cramming it means that they're full in there. So now I can turn it on and hopefully we can start getting cooked chicken. So it's easy to turn it on. I just need to connect this redstone here. And as soon as it's connected... Oh, I've got no redstone. Unbelievable. As soon as it's connected there, connected back up onto the comparator, it's going to form a clock and it's going to spit all of the eggs. We'll see if we can get over the back and see it working. It's going to spit the eggs out and hopefully we're going to get a few chickens. There you go, look, babies already. And lots of chicken meat because there's some chicken meat in there. However, it does mean... Come on, guys, don't let me down. There they are, come on. Come on. They don't like the water. There they are. They don't like the water as much as the pigs do. Man, that thing's really going, isn't it? And how many chickens have I got out of it? About 3. Fantastic. I'm dead chuffed with it. It's brilliant. And the beauty of the chicken farm over the other 3 farms, the cow and the sheep and then the pig, is that the chickens is automatic. Absolutely fully automatic. I have to do nothing. These little fellows will get born as soon as, well, they'll the chickens in the pen downstairs will lay an egg, it'll get fired out. If it turns into a chick, it will automatically come up here, automatically land in there, and then after 20 minutes they're going to grow up, automatically go down there, automatically get cooked. Do you get there's a theme here. The point being, I am going to be eating chicken forever, no doubt. And now it's stopped, obviously. And as soon as they lay another egg, it's going to pop out the back and... Oh, look, there's loads of them. Chicken for days. The problem, they're small enough as well. The reason they're coming back down again is they're small enough to go out of the water stream and into the little space between the pane of glass that's used to sort of give them air on their way up. And if they fall into that, they're small enough to fall back down to the bottom. But they'll just do that a few times. They'll get bored and eventually they'll make their way up to the top. So that's the chicken farm working. Now that's a normal chest. I could use, and I probably will, change it over for a trap chest, because with a trap chest, if I throw something in there like my sword, it won't automatically go through into the furnace. I'll have time to take it out, whereas if I just throw some random stuff in there by mistake, with it being a normal chest, it's going to go straight through into the furnace and I'll have to mess about like an idiot, get into the back to sort it out. Right, what I'm going to do now is rip out this entire floor, because we need to put a rail cart system underneath the floor here, because that's going to be the mechanism that's going to pick up all of the wheat and seeds. And I'm probably going to stick a storage area in here, some chests in here. Seems like a sensible place to put it. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you with me doing a bit of digging, but I'm going to rip this out. I'm going to rip the bottom out, the cobblestone that's there, and then I'm going to replace the floor underneath that with stone brick, so I know that I've actually put some redstone-y stuff on it. And then I'll show you how I'm going to set the farm up. Okay, so we've got the floor out. We've now got the stone brick in. So if I'm underground, and I do intend to dig out quite a large area under the mansion, because I need to find a slime chunk, and I'm hoping beyond hope that there is a slime chunk somewhere in this building. If there isn't, okay, that's interesting. Well, whack it then. Crikey. Johnny, don't make me replace you. Maybe I need to snag that furnace. Oh, look at this. Go on then, Johnny, have a field day. Oh, it is working. It was the filter. It needed filling up before it started working. So that's fabulous. Johnny's had his first taste of chicken. And he loves it. That'll start coming through. Right, where was I? Yeah, so slime chunk somewhere in the building. So I need to dig out quite a big area underneath. So I need to know that I'm going to be putting rails and redstone on top of this, so I don't dig through it by accident. And what I also want to do is I want the unloading chest to be in this room. Now, initially, I'm not going to do anything fancy. It's just going to be a chest on the floor to start with, because I'm not going to, well, I don't know exactly what I want to do in that room yet, but I want to do something. So clearly I have to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll explain as I'm going. But anyway, the point being that I'm not going to be putting a full-on chest system there at the moment. I just need somewhere for my cart to unload is what I'm trying to say. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm making hard work out of this, aren't I? Thinking and doing. Right, so my minecart rails are going to run across here and then back this way. Or are they? Is it across there? Across there, and then up and down that way, and then across that way, and then up and down that way. I think this could take me hours when it shouldn't have to. So I'm probably going to have to grab myself some more rails. But I'll knock this up. I'm not talking and doing. I'll knock this up. I'll be back in a second. So I've managed to get all the rails in, and I've managed to get them in such a way that I've not got any dead spots where rails won't go underneath every single piece of dirt at the top, which was important. I don't want to be having dead spots on my farmland. But I've managed to do it. I've used redstone blocks underneath the powered rails. I could have used normal blocks and a torch underneath the normal block, but that would have taken the redstone down an extra layer. And I don't want to do that. So I've just used a couple of redstone blocks. It's no biggie. So let's do an unloading system. So if we stick that there like that and put that like that, grab a comparator. Comparator going into a block, and then a bit of redstone torchery going on. Redstone torch. Another block. Bit of redstone on top of that, and then a block on top of that. And if we then put a powered rail on there and then a normal rail, now every time the And I'll demonstrate this now for you. So now every time a minecart, a hopper minecart lands on this powered rail, if it's got something in it, it'll go through that hopper, which will activate that comparator, which will turn off that torch, which will turn off that redstone, which will turn off the rail. So if a hopper minecart goes on there with something in it, that rail will turn off and the hopper minecart will unload. As soon as it's finished unloading and there's nothing left in that hopper, that dust will go back on again and the minecart will go off on its merry way. So that now is going to make its way all the way around, and with the dirt on the top of it, anything that lands on the dirt, i.e. the seeds and the wheat, that's going to pick it up. Let's just throw something on the track, just to pretend that that's a crop of some kind. It's going to pick it up and then unload it into the chest, which is brilliant. Now this won't work, unfortunately. This won't work on the Bedrock Edition or Better Together or Xbox or PS4 because there's a delay in how quickly the comparator detects stuff that's in there. So the minecart goes up onto the rail and then disappears again before the comparator recognises there's something in the hopper. It works fine on Java. As far as I know, it works in 1.13. The last time I tested it, it did, but they've been updating it recently, so no one knows. But it certainly doesn't work in Bedrock, so apologies for that, you console users. But for you Java people, this is fine, and I'm going to, yeah, I'll tidy it up in here as and when. What I also want to do now, I think what I'll do is, let me turn that off so the minecart doesn't get in my way when it comes back again. This is going to be the ground floor. As I mentioned, all of this is going to be covered in dirt. We're going to have a wheat farmer on here. The next level up is going to be carrots. And I need the carrots that are farmed up there to somehow make their way down there, down here. And what I'm going to use for that is the cavity in the wall. Now between every wall, where every wall joins, there's a hollow space right in the corner. I can show you that here, can't I? Just here. So that there can be dug out all the way up to the top, and then when this wall goes back in again, it's going to be completely hollow. I'm going to fill this with hoppers and a dropper here. So if I have a dropper here, I'm going to have to dig a bit of space out. Let me dig a bit of space out while you're on. Hopefully I'll have enough time and I won't bore you to death. So if we have the dropper here that's directly underneath this, everything that falls down via this chain of hoppers, all of that is going to go into the dispenser at the bottom. Sorry, into the dropper at the bottom, into there, like that. And if we stick a bit of redstone around the bottom of it, that there. This is obviously all going to be covered over again with the flooring, which is perfect. Which is why I can do the wheat one at the bottom. The wheat one takes up the most room. I certainly couldn't make all of this mechanism up there, otherwise it would eat into other rooms. But down here I can get away with it. So I want my comparator again. Comparator, repeater, block, dust, 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 dust. So now everything that comes down here, all the carrots, all the potatoes from the farms above it, goes into here, gets spat out onto the rail, and then that will pick them up as it's going around picking up the wheat and then dispose of it in the storage system. And as I say, this can all be covered up by the walls, and you'd never know it was in there. Stick the floor back in again. Have we got a torch? Must use lighting when you're messing with redstone because of the lighting update. It's going to get even worse in 1.13. Brilliant. So that's that done. What I need to do now is we need to put in some water. Obviously you can't have crops without hydrated farmland, and I'm going to be putting the one block of water here on top of this bit of glowstone, and then I'm going to be putting them strategically in places around the walls. Now if my calculations are correct, we're going to have one in there, one in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, one in there. Now I'm sure some of you know, most of you know, some of you might not do. A water block will hydrate 4 pieces of farmland in every direction. So if that's the source block of water, it will hydrate 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of farmland this way, and it will hydrate 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of farmland that way. So it will hydrate a 9 by 9 area of farmland. So that bit of water will only hydrate farmland up to here, which is why we need water in the walls. 3, 4, there like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, there like that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, there like that. So that will do the majority of the farmland in the middle, and then that one there will do what this one doesn't do, and it will also do four blocks this way up to about here. Then that one will do the remaining farmland in the corner and up to here. That one will do farmland in this corner. That one will do you get the gist of it anyway. And the beauty of it being, the water is going to be underneath the walls, so you won't be able to see the water. The only one you're going to be able to see is the one in the middle, and we're going to cover this one with a lily pad. Now the next step, let me just get these opened up so I know where they are. The next step is to put in all of the dirt and then sort out all of the lighting, because obviously I don't want we need lighting in there to get the crops to grow, but also if for any reason the farmland turns into dirt and the light level in the farm is less than 7, is 7 or below, we're going to get mobs in there, and if we get a zombie in with a villager, we've had it. Curtains, as they say. So let me grab all my dirt. I might have enough room. I'll grab all my dirt, put it in the farm, and then we'll just run around doing a bit of lighting. Okay, so we've got the dirt in, and obviously the rails are underneath going into this corner. I've got the dirt in now. We just need to stick the ice in here to hydrate all of the farmland. I've double checked all of the light levels and they never get down below 9, I think. 9, 9, 9, 9. Yeah, so I think I'm good. I'm good on that respect. Now I've got the ceiling a little bit higher than I would normally have it. Normally I'd only have it sort of this. Go on, fella. See him over there? I've got loads of chicken already. Normally I only have it that high, because that way then Endermen don't spawn in here, because Endermen tend to jump and they tend to destroy farmland. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go with having a high ceiling, because I think it looks pretty cool. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. So let me just get the water in, and then I will go and grab the farmer. Now I was going to mess about with rails and all kinds of stuff to get him downstairs, but it turns out that he's directly above there. He's all the way at the top there. So what I've done, I've dug a hole straight through and lined it with glass all the way down so he doesn't fall up, sort of deviate from the tunnel. But I'm just going to push him through the hole, and he's going to fall straight down here and land in that, and then obviously jump out. So I need to make my way back upstairs. Got big plans for you. I have. Quite excited about it as well. I could have done with more than one. It's a shame there was only one in this mansion. I could have done with a few more than one. So what I've done is I've put a sign there. Put a sign there, and what I'm going to do is break this glass, and that should force him around the corner, and then he should fall straight down into that water. Famous last words. Whee! Oh yeah, perfect. I need to put the glass back now, just in case we get any new fellas. Oh, one place. Come on, fools. There you go. We won't get anybody because I've not got it turned on. But that's not the point, is it? Put it back the way you found it. Brilliant. I thought you'd have got out of there. Fella, I didn't think you'd like being stood in the middle of there, but never mind, eh? Each to his own. But I don't have a bucket. Oh, I do have a bucket. I'm all bucketed up. Uh-huh. Right, now the job now is to give him 8 full stacks of seeds and to plant the farm here. If I don't give him 8 full stacks of seeds, A, this farm won't work, but B, very soon his inventory is going to get filled up with wheat and probably bread because he's a farmer, and then he'll just stop farming. So if you've got a villager farm similar to this that uses a farmer and he stopped working, there are a couple of reasons for that. One, his inventory is full of wheat because you didn't fill his inventory up with seeds in the first place. Or two, he's within 64 blocks of a village. So the only reason he would stop farming for me is if I didn't give him 8 stacks of seeds, because he's bang inside a village. I was all concerned about that, and obviously I didn't have to be, because he's not. Right, so I'm just going to fly back to the man cave, grab loads of seeds, and then I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, I'm back with loads of seeds. Where are you going? Don't you dare try and run out while I'm getting in. So now you need to we need to throw this guy 8 stacks. So we need to throw him seeds until he can't pick up seeds anymore. Brilliant. Now I need my trusty hoe. Now it's long been said that you should never use a diamond hoe. Never waste your diamonds on a diamond hoe. However, when you're doing these farms, if you don't have a diamond hoe, there's a very good chance that you're going to need more than one hoe. So now we've got to till the ground. And in a minute, he better stop farming. Are you going to start farming? Are you not? Maybe that... Oh, he is. Brilliant. Well, I can't let him use all of his seeds, so I'm going to have to do some farming as well. Otherwise, he's going to use up seeds out of his inventory, and I don't want him to do that. I really should have planted before I let him in. Because if he uses up a full stack of seeds, then the next time he starts, you know, when they grow, he's going to be able to start picking up weeds. And I don't want him to do that. How many have you used, mate? You've only used about 30, haven't you? Let me give you some more. Brilliant. Yeah, that was spot on. Righty, that's fantastic. So the farm is now done. Well, I say done. I need to put a bit of glass in it and get rid of some of this stuff. Do I want that post bang in the middle? I suppose I'm going to have to for the time being, aren't I? Now I've got... Oh, do I? I can either put glass in there, I can put panes in there, I can put glass blocks in there, or I can put carpet on there. If I can find some cocoa beans and put carpet on there, that's going to stop any baby zombies. So that's all I'm worried about getting in there is baby zombies spawning somewhere and jumping over the wall. So I might do that because I like being able to see in. But for the time being, I'm probably going to just fill it with some panes. Where are my panes? Because the last thing, oh, blocks, because the last thing I need is, as I say, babies getting in there. And that's it. So I'll give it a couple of days and AFK for a little bit until it's until they've grown, until the wheat's grown, and then hopefully we'll see him farming and we'll be able to reap the rewards. So I can turn you back on again, can't I? I bet I don't have any. Oh, there it is. I do have redstone. Let's give him put some redstone on there. And it's off and running. Fabulous. So I'll see you back here when the crops have started to grow. Okay, so I've been AFK now for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. And usually, while I'm doing the AFK bit, I've been editing the video that we've just been recording. And I'm so pleased I did, because I've just spotted a bit of a problem. And I probably wouldn't have, I would have been wondering why we weren't getting anything in the chest. But it's because of this. Let's just rip this out. It's because of that there, that block. Once that fired, it's obviously powered that block, which has powered that rail, which has turned it. It was straight over. So it went down there and then went over that way. But as soon as that block was powered, it's flicked it over the other way, which is no good. So consequently, the minecart is just going to keep going round and round and round and round. I'm not sure whether we can see that. Yeah, you see, it just keeps going round and round. So somehow I need to pop that out. I can't pick that up. Dagnabbit. Right, that took... I'm glad I spotted that. That took a lot longer than it should have done. But anyway, it's working again now. Let me just throw this in. This is what we've got already. So we've got nearly, I don't know, nearly 2 stacks of wheat and seeds already, and that's within literally, let's say, an hour. That's within 45 minutes, an hour. Now, if this guy starts lagging behind, and there's no reason he should. But if he starts lagging behind, I can always stick another farmer in there to help him out. But we'll see how it goes. I think in a farm this size, that guy should be able to cope. You should be able to cope, shouldn't you? Yes. So that's it. We've got our food. You like chickens, don't you? I'm not quite sure why you don't just want to keep bashing their heads in. Whatever, there's got to be a reason for it. So now we've got our wheat sorted out, we can feed the cows and the sheep. Perfect. We've got our chicken farm sorted out. When Johnny decides he's going to start butchering some chickens, we've just got to worry now about the carrots. And as you can see, because his inventory is full of seeds, he can't pick the wheat up, and that's going to get picked up by the minecart when it goes underneath. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to call it a day for today again, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Fully Off, near my new wheat farm. And I'm out of here.